I've been wanting to do this video for a while. It's the top 5 micro brands that I think have improved in quality over the past few years, from their inception, from their early models to today. And one of my viewers recently, one of you guys recently said, Pete, why don't you do a video like this? And it's been in the works for a long time. I've not had the time. So here we are. I'm going to share the 5 micro brands I think have improved in quality, but there's also some honourable mentions. The Renzo is a brand that I think seems to continually churn out some very decent quality watches. From their finishing, their case treatment, the quality control, the wearability, functionality, and even movement choice. And also the price ratio. And in that regard, I say bravo. And there's a specific watch that I actually love from this brand. It's called the Mondial. This one here that I've got here is the yellow one. It is stunning. This is why you'll see a watch of this caliber completely sold out on their website. I think if Sergio from the Renzo continues to design watches the way he's going, watches like this, they're going to have a long-term stay in watch boxes of mainstream people. People who collect mainstream watches, as well as some micro brands, because these are really cool. The next cab off the rank for me is Wise. Wise is a micro brand from Thailand. I was probably the first reviewer outside of Thailand to actually introduce this watch to mainstream viewership. And from the first watch that I reviewed from this company to today's offering, they've really come a long way. The quality's just gotten better and better and better. And I even keep one in my own collection. This is a bronze at Damascus, and I really want to see how this bronze case naturally patinas over time because the watch itself is a really good looking piece. Now, one particular review that comes to mind that stands out for me from Wise is the ADX True GMT. I think that watch is kicking goals. And unfortunately, I don't have that watch here before me because I gave it away. I gave it to one of you guys, one of my viewers. And the guy that I gave it to, he wears it with pride and joy. He's got quite a few Rolexes, an Omega or two, plenty of Seikos. And the Wise is really, he wears it with pride and joy. He can't believe the quality to price ratio is absolutely superb. Next cab for me is Horizon. Horizon have made 3 watches. From their first watch to their last watch, which is this current model here, they've really come a long way. The first one that I handled from them was the Nautilus. It had very good design ideas. It needed some attention to its ergonomics, but it was a very beautiful watch nonetheless. The second model they released was the Pilgrim. Again, a very, very good looking watch, and it also seemed to fix many of the ergonomic problems from the first model. And lastly, their latest release, the Nemo. I reviewed this watch. They have nailed this design. In ergonomics, in style, in quality, in wearability, functionality. It's a beautiful dial, it's a beautiful watch in the hand. They've basically gone from their first design, which was a very cool looking watch, to refined beauty. This is stunning. The next cab off the rank for me is an Aussie brand. It's called Second Hour. You guys know the brand. This is their first watch that I reviewed. It's the Gin Clear. I've still got it here. And from this watch to today's offerings, it's almost chalk and cheese. For something that they released 4 or 5 years ago, their first watch was very good. But what they're offering today, I think the quality to price ratio has been absolutely superb. The unique designs from the Mandela, which I think is a really cool looking watch. And even myself, I have the current Gin Clear Mark II in my own collection, in my micro brand box. Because I think visually it's interesting, it's unique in their design, fantastic lume, very thin, excellent ETA movement. And on price, they seem to be on point. And last but not least, Heinrich, a German micro brand, and the first watch that I reviewed to today's offering is fantastic. They've improved in quality. This particular one here is the Helicoprion stone. It's in orange, it's an orange gemstone. Love this watch. I love the finishing, the wearability. I love everything, the way this watch makes you feel. I think, again, this is another brand that seems to be going in the right direction. Now, with all these brands that I mentioned, they seem to have one thing in common. They're listening. They're listening to input from their customers. Now, they do have some hit and misses. Some of their watches are not popular. I get that. And that's all part and parcel of designing watches. But they do have some gems and standouts in their collection. Now, with all that said, guys, I do have some honourable mention. There's actually quite a few of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, About 14 honourable mentions. I probably missed a few, but I'm going to mention these for a specific reason. Zalos seems to always make a decent watch. I've not had a bad quality watch from them, so they're in a good space. Traska, I've only reviewed one watch from Traska, but the watch was actually very good. So I think that particular brand is also going places. Jack Mason, Henry Archer, Atelier Wen. Atelier Wen, I've reviewed 2 of their watches. A little bit expensive, obviously because of that dial, but again, a very good brand that seems to be showcasing the technology that's available at a relatively affordable price for what you're getting. I've got specific brands that I've enjoyed their watches in review, like Maine or Pittsman, Nevada, Yema or Baltic, and Baltic seems to be making a watch that's relatively affordable. Price per quality seems to be on a good level, and again, a lot of these brands have hit and miss watches. I get that, it's normal, but there's some decent stuff amongst their catalogue. Another brand I want to talk about, and I think it's a bit of a standout, is another Aussie brand, Ocean to Orbit. This is a really impressive watch, and I think if these guys pay attention as they've done in their first model, they're going places. So very high praise for this particular watch. Now there's also tool-oriented watches which I think have got honourable mention, and one of these brands is RZE. I think they seem to produce a good watch consistently. You've also got Draken. Draken seems to make a very nice watch. The designs are very unique to that particular brand, which is great. Tuseno is another brand which I think highly of. I think they've done really well, and the quality seems to be on a good level. The watch I have here in my hands, I cannot show you. It's going to be released next year. I have a early release model. It's actually a model that I inputted, and I asked Tuseno, can you guys do this and this? They listened. They changed what I asked them to do. They made this watch, and it looks, for me, in my eyes, looks amazing. So they will be releasing this next year. But definitely a brand to be looking into. I think Tuseno listens not only to reviewers but also to the customers. So thanks for watching, guys. My take on Microbrands, the top 5 which I think have improved, and also those honourable mentions. I know I've missed a few. There's probably a handful here and there, but give me your input. Let me know your experience, your dealings with Microbrands. I try to do a good combination of micros as well as major brands on this channel, trying to keep it real, light, not too expensive. I try my best, but sometimes you look at certain watches, they're really nice. You get drawn and you just take them in. So whatever the case, be well, be safe, enjoy the hobby, enjoy each other, be nice to each other, and we'll see you in the next one.